Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tag video, specifically the if I could only keep one tag. I had a subscriber mention down below. I believe that the creator of this was Kelly Gooch. Correct me if I'm wrong, correct me on my pronunciation, it's fine. But I went and checked out her video and I will link it down below, and I thought it was super cute and very anxiety ridden for me to only have to pick one product. And the way she described this was not necessarily your favorite, but if you could only have one eyeshadow palette for the rest of your life, which one would it be? And then I started thinking, well, obviously I'm not going to want to wear neutral every day, or will I? And all these things come to mind, and it was hard for me to do this, and it was also fun. So I racked my brain, decided on things. It took me like an entire day to finally finalize this list. And even my eyeshadow palettes today, I was still going through them like, stressed. I can only keep one. So this was fun. So without any more rambling, let's go ahead and start off with the face. For primer, I'm sure you guys are expecting Sisley here, but I actually chose the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. And the reason being is obviously I've always got my skincare on, but my pores are what I'm the most concerned about. And then I started thinking, well, I can't keep my skin refined zone because I can only have one primer. This one is the thickest one. So I know that this is going to do the best job of smoothing out my pores if I can't also have my max skin refined zone. So this is what we went with for the primer section. For foundation, this was actually really easy for me. I was like, boom, I already know what I'm going to grab. It's going to be the Double Wear from Estee Lauder. It's medium to full coverage, so I'm always going to have the amount of coverage I want. The longevity is there. It never fails me. I don't think I've ever put this foundation on and thought that it looked bad. If you're wondering, I am shade 1W2 Sand, and this is definitely what I would pick out of my entire collection that if I had to have one and only one, it would be this. Powder. This one was tricky for me because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I use like 3 to 5 powders on my face at any given time. I always have a ton of different powders. One's for my under eye, one's for setting, one's for buffing, like all the different styles. So I was like, which one is going to do the best all around? So I decided on my Sisley powder. This is the Sisley Photo Padre Libre. It's loose face powder, and it's the shade 1 Irisee. This is the one I think that I would trust to do everything. I could set my face, I could buff, I could go underneath the eye lightly, and I feel like this would do the best job out of my personal collection. Bronzer. I have been loving 2 matte bronzers recently. I love the Balm one, and I love the one from Anastasia, and that's basically what has been on my face. But I started thinking, do I really want a matte bronzer for forever? I think that I would end up missing that radiance that I love from this particular bronzer. So this is what I went for. This is the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the Luminous Bronze Light from Hourglas. I have gone through at least 4 of these. I love this product. It's not too luminous, but it's luminous. And what I like about this is even when my skin is dry, it doesn't become patchy. It gives me a nice glow without it being like texture. So if I had to pick just one, Hourglas Luminous Bronze Light. This was another super easy one for me. It was instantaneous. I saw the question and I was like, boom, I already know what it is. For blush, I would go with Elegance from Chanel a million times over. I can wear this with warm tone eyes. I can wear this with dramatic eyes. I can wear it with cool tone eyes. I can wear it with no eyes, meaning like no eyeshadow. This is perfect for me. I totally skipped on concealer. I went out of order. Oh well. This was also a no-brainer. Tarte Shape Tape. Overall, performance-wise, longevity, smoothing, everything, I feel like this one does the best job out of my entire collection. So 100% I would go with Tarte Shape Tape. And what I also like about this concealer is that it does a very good job at priming my eyes. So it's like a 2-in-1. For my brows, I had to decide, do I want them to be standing up or do I want them to be filled in? And I went with standing up. If I can't fill them in, that would be perfectly fine. I could probably even use one of my eyeshadow palettes to do it if I really wanted to. But if I just had this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I will be just fine. As long as my brow hairs are up and in position, we're good. I don't feel like any other clear brow gel holds my brows the way that one does. Moving on to lips, I picked one in every category, being liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. Now, originally in my head, I'm like, I need Flame from Tom Ford or Lady Danger from MAC because I love an orangey red, but I was like, but if I could only wear that for the rest of my life, I'd probably get bored of it. So obviously, I feel like I have to have a nude so that I can wear dramatic eyes, soft eyes, all of the above. So for my liner, and forewarning, I have heard that these are going to be discontinued. I have not confirmed that yet, but just forewarning. This, hopefully they're discontinued and then come back with another formula, and hopefully that formula is good. But this is from Chanel. This is the Natural Liner in number 34. This is my all-time favorite nude liner. Literally nothing has ever made me happier than this liner. I wear it with just about every nude I've ever needed a liner with. For lipstick, this was a little harder. I was like, okay, which nude do I want? I don't want it to be too peachy, but I don't want it to be too pink. I didn't know what I want to do. And then I was like, well, this is slightly pinky, and I know I can make this lipstick, which is one of my all-time favorite nudes, be a little bit more pink tone if I put that all underneath. So I went with Tom Ford Sable Smoke. This is one of my absolute holy grails. So if I wanted to wear this alone, it would be a little bit more peachy. And then if I put the liner all underneath it, it would make it a little bit more neutral pink. So I just thought that was kind of perfect. And again, this has always been one of my holy grail nude lipsticks. You guys should have seen me digging through my glosses. I was like, I don't know which one to pick. This one's good, but this one's good. Everything is good. But I settled on one, and I went with the YSL. This is the number 20 gloss Volupte. It's the YSL gloss in number 20. I kept calling it number 2, but it's number 20. I'm dyslexic, and that's not a joke. I really am, so forgive me. This smells like Jolly Ranchers. I love the applicator on it, and it's the perfect color to wear by itself or on top of my little concoctions I'm going to be making with my Chanel liner and Tom Ford lipstick. If I can only keep one mascara, I'm definitely going to be going with the Lancome Monsieur Big. My upper lashes, I feel like I can just build and build and build, and they're fluffy and thick and long. It's just amazing. But also, this wears like a waterproof formula, even though it's not. So it's going to be the best bet for my lower lashes. Even though normally I use Extended Play from MAC on my lower lash line, that one does not look so good on the top. So I'm going to go with volume and length, and then I'll deal with anything that happens on the lower lash line for this mascara. Eyeliner, easy peasy. We're definitely going to go in with the Whipple Flash Crayon from Linda Hallberg. This one right here. My holy grail before was the Rich Ground liner from MAC, and this is basically almost an exact dupe for it in a liner form. These also don't budge. They don't move throughout the day. I can put them in my waterline. I have one in my waterline right now. I feel like I would be okay if I never could use anything else. Plus, I actually prefer a color liner or a brown to black most of the time, unless I'm doing like a wing or the shadow needs a black liner where like you're doing a black smoky eye or something. Most of the time, I'm going to go for a brown. And that shade actually has like little flecks. It's kind of metallic, so it's not a flat brown. I'm skipping around again because apparently I forgot another face item. We need to talk about which highlighter I would keep. This was difficult. I have several favorite highlighters, especially like even the one I'm wearing right now, the Anastasia Amrezy, obsessed with it. The Dior ones, obsessed with them. Like, how do I pick? And I thought, okay, don't always want to wear a pink, and I don't always want to wear a gold. What is super smooth, has pink and gold in the palette, and that is this one. This is the Hourglas Metallic Strobe Light Palette. I love this. So I've got a wide range of shades. Usually I just kind of go in between all of them and put them on my face, but I feel like this would be, is this cheating because it's a palette? I don't think it is. It's one thing. So this is what I would pick because it's so smooth, and I would have a range to pick between, and I absolutely love it. Brushes. Kelly picked a one for eyes and one for the face. So I decided that's how I was going to do it too. And this was hard. So for my eyes, you guys might actually be shocked, but I picked the Zoeva 227. I love this brush. It's kind of like the MAC 217, but I feel like it's probably like a little bit better. I can get a good blend out of this. I feel like I could definitely go underneath the eye, even if I had to like squeeze it and really get it I can make it work. And then I could also definitely pack color on the lid. So I feel like this would be the safest brush for me to pick, and I really enjoy it. Now for the face, I went with the La Mer powder brush. I feel like I could do my powder, I could do my bronzer, I could do my blush. I guess I'm doing my highlight with my finger, but it's so smooth it'll be just fine. I can't live without this brush. You guys can't make me live without this brush. We're keeping this one. Eyeshadow palette. I've never been so stressed about makeup in my life. I was like, it's gonna be this one. No, it's gonna be this one. I'm gonna kind of go through my thought process with you guys on this one, and I'll work my way to the one that I actually picked. First, I was thinking, I'm gonna go with the MAC Say Chic palette. This has all the colors I need, everything. I've got a black in here, I've got a bone color shade, I have warm, I have cool, I have everything I would need in this palette. But then I was like, do I really think that I'm never gonna want shimmer on my eyes again? It's like, no, so we can't go with this one. Then I moved on to this beauty. This is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. And I was hardcore gonna pick this one. I was like, I've got a slightly orangey colors I could do. I've got the pinks, I've got the purple. I could definitely pull off like a neutral tone. I'm almost second guessing myself. Like, is this the palette I'm supposed to use? But then I was like, maybe I'm not gonna want this much color. Even though they've got lighter ones in here, maybe I'm not gonna want this much color all the time. I don't know. So we skipped this one again. Then I was thinking soft glam. I know this is new. I don't care. I really went straight to this. This palette for me is just about perfect. Like, I honestly wouldn't change anything in here. I love it so much. It has the bone, it has the black, it has shimmer, it has neutrals. But then I was like, I don't know. So I second guessed myself again, and I landed on another Anastasia palette. I decided that the one I would keep, the one I would wear forever, would be the Mario palette. This palette is everything. It doesn't have a bone color shadow in here, but it's okay because I'm going to use my Sisley powder to set my Tarte Shape Tape on my eyes, so I've got it covered. It doesn't have a black, but it has this really deep bluish shade in here. I love greens. I love these earthy tones that are just kind of amplified a little bit. So I think I would be happiest knowing that I have this to carry around with me. So yes, this is the palette I would keep if I could only keep one. All right, you guys, that is it. Make sure that you check out Miss Kelly's video. Again, it will be linked down below. Thank you again to whoever asked for this video. I was trying to go through my comments and somehow I kept missing it. So again, thank you. I really enjoyed this tag. I hope you guys did too. And please, I'm very curious to know about which palette you guys would keep. It has to be a palette. It can't be singles. It can't be your single put together palette. Which palette would you keep if you could only keep one? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.